10 of the most dangerous cities in the world. Number 1. San Pedro Sula, Honduras. This city has ranked as one of the world's most violent for several years now. According to many sources, it has the highest homicide rates in the world, -169 per 100,000 people. Arms trafficking is a big problem, and illegal firearms are prevalent throughout the city. This is a city that tourists would do well to avoid. Number 2. Rio de Janeiro, Brazil. Many cities in Brazil have very high crime rates, and some are more dangerous than Rio de Janeiro. Yet since Rio is by far the most popular tourist destination in Brazil, it's worth focusing on here. Rio is actually safer than it was a decade ago, but street crimes are still common in many areas, especially at night. It's possible to enjoy the resorts and beaches of this city, but common sense precautions should be taken. Number 3. Cape Town, South Africa. Due to the prevalence of poverty and social unrest in this city, it is suffering from an extremely high crime rate. Although many tourists are drawn to South Africa because of its natural beauty and proximity to nature preserves and other attractions, Cape Town can be a dangerous place. It is possible to enjoy a visit to this city if you avoid the more dangerous sections and don't travel alone at night. Number 4. San Salvador, El Salvador. A relatively short trip from the dangers of Honduras is San Salvador, the largest city in the small nation of El Salvador. El Salvador is notorious for spawning one of the most violent and feared gangs in the entire world, Ms. 13. Because of the city's gang problem, many refugees have headed north in search of relief from the violence and poverty gripping the country. The drug war hasn't done this country any favors, and the effects of the Contra operations in the 1980s still haunt the region as well. Number 5. Kabul, Afghanistan. This has been one of the most dangerous cities in the world for some time. It is still a war zone, although US troops are gradually being removed from the country. Terrorist attacks, including many bombings, are common. Kabul is facing a very uncertain future and will probably be a very dangerous place for the foreseeable future. Like Baghdad, Kabul is a city where violence can occur at any time. Number 6. Baghdad, Iraq. Bombings, gunfire and other violent events are common in Iraq. This country has been on the do not travel list for Americans for many years, and Baghdad remains a dangerous place. The future of Iraq is extremely uncertain as US troops are departing from the country. This is another war-torn country that is not likely to be safe anytime soon. Since the violence in Baghdad usually consists of unpredictable outbreaks of terrorism, it's not a place that people should visit without a good reason. Number 7. Caracas, Venezuela. Venezuela has slipped into a deeply troubled economic time, with Hugo Chávez's government doing more harm than good in trying to get the struggling nation to its feet. As a result, things have deteriorated, and Caracas has become rife with gang violence. More than 24,000 people were murdered in Venezuela in 2014. If that puts things into perspective, on their swing through South America, consider skipping Caracas. Number 8. Acapulco, Mexico. Not long ago, this city was considered a safe and luxurious resort area. While tourism to Acapulco is still popular, drug violence has now made this into a dangerous area. Recent statistics reveal that this city has one of the world's highest murder rates, -142 per 100,000 people. People visiting Acapulco are advised to remain on the property of the resorts where they are staying, as most of the crime occurs in surrounding benign Guatemala City, Guatemala. Although Guatemala, a Central American nation on the Caribbean, has many tourist attractions, it's a nation that is plagued with drug violence. It has a high murder rate, and other common crimes include street robberies, bus holdups and carjackings. It's advisable if visiting Guatemala to remain in safer regions and avoid Guatemala City. Number 10. Karachi, Pakistan. Pakistan is experiencing a great deal of political unrest, and crime as well as terrorism is rampant. Assassinations are common, as well as suicide bombings and gang warfare. Karachi is one of the centers of this violence, and tourists are advised to avoid this city. Thank you for watching this video, and don't forget to subscribe my channel.